there. So this video is very quick today. It's a short video. I wanted to do some artwork on the walls of the basement stairwell that we just did days ago. And what I did was I did go to a couple of stores. I even checked out places like Dollar General, looking for some inexpensive, nice artwork. No luck. So what I did was I looked up that very day on Amazon. And with Amazon, I did find a lot of things that I liked, and this was the most affordable. So what I did was, well, let me just say this. I'm a little disappointed because this came in like a bubble package, and it just kind of was bent a bit. So I'm just going to try to bend it a little bit the other way, but once it's in the frame, I think it'll be okay. But these were packed nicely. I have a package of frames, and I have a package of the artwork. And I went with botanicals because I thought that would look really great on the walls. So what I'm going to do is, so they have 9 of these in a package. And see, we have some sort of sticky, not really sure what it is. It doesn't really have instructions, so I'm not really sure what this is. I don't think we'll need it really. So what I'm going to do is take out one of these. This came as a 12 pack. I will put the prices down below in the links if you're interested. But the prints, I believe, were 16 something. I did have a coupon for the prints. And I'm going to basically put them in these frames. So I can't find my scissors, so right now I'm just going to use this pen. They're wrapped pretty well, so this is good. They're not really that cheapy, so they're actually pretty decent frames, which is great. I'm very happy to report. So I like that it has this nice rustic, like driftwood look to it. I love these black and whites. I almost went with that, by the way, but that comes with it. It's actually pretty neat. But we're going to go with botanical. I'm not sure if I'm using the matte, but I'm going to try it with the matte first. Well, that's lovely enough. I'm going to see if I can, how it looks without it as well. Oh, that's pretty great. Maybe some I'll leave on, some I won't. But I like it without, actually. Realizing the hanging part is going to be interesting because it just has a back here. I'm not really sure how I'm going to hang these. I'm hoping I have some hanging kits. But there's one. I'll just leave them sitting like that so you can see how they all look. They're almost like a tough cardstock, which is really great. So they will bend back the way they're supposed to. And also, they're not a cheapy paper, which is really nice. This is a thicker paper. So it's actually quite pretty. I like these. And the great thing is I'll save these mattes for a different time, for another project down the road, which is pretty fun that you have these free mats now. One of the reasons I went with botanical is because it can go all year round. I tend to love beachy things, and I want this to feel like a beachy cottage. However, when winter comes around, Christmas time and whatnot, it's not that it wouldn't be okay. It actually looks quite lovely even in the winter, but I really wanted to be able to go every season with what I usually feel like. Sometimes I change my mind on details. So it was kind of nice to have botanical because that seems more year-round than it would be to have the beachy scenes. So the walls that we have, because there's 9 here, it's not an even number. So what I'm going to do is do probably 6 on one side and 3 on the other. I also have, if you remember, that botanical style print of the oak leaf, the branch with the acorns. It's in a silver frame, as I said last week, in the before picture of the stairwell. I'm going to keep possibly put that picture back up because it will go with the theme of what I'm going. The only thing, what I'm going for, the only thing is these are driftwood style wood frames, and that's a silver frame, so I'm not sure. For now, I would probably keep it the silver because I don't really have it in my budget and I don't really have the time to change the frame. So I think we're just going to keep it as it is, and I'm going to attempt to see how it looks all together, the silver frame and then the wood. But I think it might work. The option is down the road to maybe spray paint it, to do like a black or a white spray paint to match a little better than the silver. But for now, I'm not taking the time to do that. But we'll see how it looks. If it doesn't look right, I won't keep it up with the other pictures. These are quite lovely, and I really like the green color and the type of green that it is. I really like that, along with the white background and the wood frames. I really like the look together. I had contemplated putting up personal photos, and I had a habit in the past of doing that way too much. And I think with decor, you have to realize you can do whatever you want. It's your own home, and you should be able to. You shouldn't feel like you have to do what the trends are. You should do whatever makes you feel comfortable. It's your home. You have to live in it. However, sometimes you can get a little crazy with with the personal photos. So it can be really cluttered looking, and if you really should have unified, really nice, classy frames that all match. And you should have some sort of a gallery wall of how you want to decorate it. It should make sense. It should have a uniformity to it. It should seem very purposeful. The best thing I can offer for advice is at least get unified frames and try to have some sort of a design that you want. And what I'm going to do is map these out on the floor. I would recommend that, so you have a sense of where you want things to be, and then you can see how it's going to be laid out on the wall by putting it on the floor. And you don't have to have the same design on each wall. If you're doing a parallel wall, you don't have to have the same style on each side or the same amount of things. Actually being more strategic, having it a little off center is always better. Anyway, for design, it just is more appealing to the eye. I have one extra frame, which is actually great because I'm always in need of frames. I might have a plan for it. I will save these extra mats and the extra frame. Okay, so what I'm going to do is lay these out. So I'm going to show one wall, and I'm going to move them around a lot until I find the combination that I really like. So we have 3 up at the top. Those are going to go on one wall, and I'm pretending that's one wall, and these 6 here are a different wall. And the thing is, even though I'm placing them this way, and I go, oh, I like the combination, and the thing is, I can take them off the wall and change them up. But I'd like to have somewhat of an idea now. I think I really like that, the way it is. And again, I can always move them around. I'm going to measure these out to be the same width apart and the length. So these top 3 right here will be one wall, and these 6 down here will be another wall. And I think I'm going to group them like 3 and then 6. What I might do with the 3 is have them at the bottom and have the top of it have the silver oak framed picture that I already had. I may do that. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to. I won't really know until I have it up if I decide to do that. But I think that would look really nice, and I'm going to get that picture to see if I can, how it'll look with it. So this would be maybe one wall here, and this would be another wall there. So we're going to find out. But right now I have to figure out a solution for the back. As you can see, they do not have anything. So I'm going to see if Paul can help me find a solution here. So a great measuring tip, if you're hanging pictures, or a design tip I should say, definitely have paper the size of the frames that you're hanging, and you want to put them in a pattern that you're going to want on the wall, and actually put the papers on the wall so you don't have holes all over the wall if you don't like it. We measured out more of an equidistant space for each thing by so many inches, and how we wanted it. On this side of the stairwell, on the left side, we wanted 3 in a row, and this will be empty, but I'm not sure if I'm going to eventually put that larger picture I was talking about. As I set it up, I'm realizing maybe not. And then going down the stairwell, we have it more at a slant, and we have them as close distantly as we can. And I really liked the offset asymmetrical pattern from this side to this side, but also here it's not as uniformed, it's more following the slant of the rail as it goes down. So we are going to now hang them up. And now we don't have to worry about all these nails all over the wall. Okay, so if you can see here, we have the pictures done. We had an asymmetrical at a slant, the pictures, and we made them equidistant apart. And then on the other side, it's more symmetrical, and it really gives it a lovely look. I'm still debating whether I want to put something up here, and I'm pretty sure I think I'm not going to. I really like how it's set up. We're going to show from the top of the stairs here. So as you can see, don't mind the mess on the bottom, but you can see these 3 here and then the other 6 here. It came as a 9-pack. I did have a 10-pack of frames, so now I have an extra frame for when I want to use it for something else. And I do have a thought in mind, but I may save it till later. And the prints came as a 9-pack, and I really like how they came out. I think the coloring really helps with the hallway here, and I just love the design. What do you guys think?